Okay, today is Thursday, July 25th, 2019, and I just wanted to let you know what's going on. I just had my very first assessment with the functional neurologist. His name is Dr. Kamran. Don't remember his last name. It's something I could not pronounce. And it was very interesting because he was the first neurologist to take me seriously, like do a full assessment on me. He did a lot of testing with my eyes, and my mom videoed it, and they would have you move your eye back and forth and up and down, tracking something on the screen while you're wearing these goggles. They have cameras on your eyes so that they're taking videos of what happens to your pupils. And can I just tell you, that test was intense. Oh my word. And when it started getting intense, they could tell and they would stop the test because my one pupil would poof, go huge. And so I don't know exactly what that means, but I do know that people who have a concussion have one pupil bigger than the other. And so I think that that's interesting that that's what's happening to me after ECT. So, wow, that's new. New development. So tomorrow I go in to speak with Dr. Cameron and find out what we can do for anything. We had a very interesting discussion. He wanted all of my data, and the intake paperwork was intense. Um, Lots of intake paperwork. But it was interesting because he was able to, when I would start getting into problems and I'd start feeling dizzy during the testing, and then he would have me stop and say every other letter of the alphabet, which eventually would make things calm down. But the one time I couldn't say my brain was so messed up, I couldn't say every other letter of the alphabet. And so he's like, that's okay, we're gonna have you do spelling instead. So he wanted me to spell the word language, and I got to LAN, and then I couldn't think of the next word, and then I started to fall over. He's like, okay, we won't do spelling, we'll do something else. So then he had me do something really weird. He took my hand and he was just going back and forth with my hand like this. And gradually my brain started to relax like this. And I was able to speak clearly. So this is my new trick. And he says, it's just going back and forth like this. He says that it helps strengthen neural pathways, build new neural pathways, those kinds of things to help the brain heal. So I am teaching my brain compensatory strategies by leading imaginary music. 1, 2, 1, 2. So yeah, this is all weird science, but welcome to functional neurology experience with Sarah Price Hancock. So I'm going to record my journey. I came home today very exhausted, tired. I could probably go take a nap right now. But it was gratifying to me to see the video of my eyes on that test and to see the one pupil just poof go huge whenever the testing started getting too intense. I've had so many people deny that something was wrong, and it's exciting to be able to quantify what's wrong for the first time. I've quantified it in other ways using like neuropsych testing, which could demonstrate specific places where I was having difficulty, but it couldn't really say much more than that. And we were watching, what was really scary was I was watching the scores decline and decline even more rapidly recently. And so I was getting a little scared. So it's exciting that I found a functional neurologist who can help me strengthen the damage and strengthen what I have so that we can finally improve my quality of life. So I'm finally going to get rehabilitation after having ECT. It's taken me a decade and I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh. And I have a good doctor. So if you've had ECT and you feel like you've got worse memory, difficulty finding words, difficulty prioritizing tasks, multitasking, if you started having problems with dystonia, if you started having problems with phrenic nerve malfunction and diaphragmatic paralysis, cognitive fog, or we'll call it neuronal fatigue as you go through the day, or if the sounds are too loud or the light is too bright, you need to find yourself a functional neurologist and just keep fighting until you get one. It's taken me a decade, but I'm feeling really hopeful today. I'm feeling so grateful because we could actually quantify and demonstrate that it wasn't just me saying I had something wrong. I am not malingering. I have a very real ABI, acquired brain injury, iatrogenic brain injury. Iatrogenic means it was caused by medical treatment from a doctor I trusted, because they really don't understand what ECT does to the brain. And it's not, what's it called? It's not a standardized treatment. There's not standardized technique and administration. And so not everyone gets it the same way. It's more like an art form than an evidence-based medicine. Anyway, I'm still waving my arm. So if you can look up a functional neurologist near you, definitely do that. Because I haven't started treatment yet, but just that he could figure out and quantify that something was actually wrong, instead of just looking at MRIs and saying it's clean, you're just malingering, get over it. I don't even know if he can actually help me. I just know that this works. I'm already talking better than I did when I started the video. And that ocular test was very insightful, and the balance test was really hard too. And now my baseline is established. We have numbers we can go forward and see if we can do something to see how things move, see how things improve. I'm so happy I could cry. So I will talk to you soon.